McGregor is back. No funny stuff this time. McGregor's actually back. Like, it's really happening, which I did not think was going to happen. I mean, I thought he was never going to fight again for good reason. This guy's going to get crushed. McGregor's going to get smoked by Michael Chandler. I mean, seriously. McGregor, in my opinion, has barely even a puncher's chance. Okay? He is going to carry that 155 power to 170. And fighting a guy like Michael Chandler, he's a big 170 pounder. I mean, he's probably going to be a lot bigger than McGregor in that cage on fight night. And I don't think McGregor stands much of a chance to beat him. McGregor has not been taking the fight game seriously. All he's been doing is just hitting the big round pad, giving his big hooks to that round pad. He's not actually, training. He doesn't really have it in him anymore. He's just like doing all these party drugs, drinking, he's focused on his movies and his whiskey and all this other stuff, and he's not really focused in on the fight game. And I think that him coming back to fight a guy like Michael Chandler is not a very good idea. Maybe fight like Jim Miller. Fight Bobby Green. Fight Bobby Green, dude. I mean, Tony Ferguson, for all I really care, dude. I mean, Michael Chandler is like a legitimate top 5 lightweight. And McGregor should definitely not be fighting him. McGregor's going to get whooped. And he's going to learn the hard way that just sitting around partying on the sauce, doing every drug imaginable, it's not going to win you a fight unless you're John Jones. And McGregor is not John Jones. So I think Michael Chandler's going to get this one done. I think, he's been training hard. He wants it. Michael Chandler wants it. And he wasted like a year and a half of his career just for this fight, which I don't know if that was actually the best move for Michael Chandler. I mean, he could be competing for a belt right now. It could be him instead of Dustin Poirier right now. But instead, he waited out, 15 months at least, just to fight Conor McGregor. I mean, I don't know if this is the best move by Michael Chandler, but it's almost a free win, a free payday, honestly. I mean, Michael Chandler is a whole lot better than Conor McGregor, and he's going to show Conor McGregor that there's levels to this game. There's 100% levels to this game. And McGregor, man, I honestly hope he wins, because I want to make all the videos about Conor McGregor. Making videos about McGregor, that's great. That's great for YouTubers, man. I mean, I kind of hope that McGregor wins, but I'm not picking him. Michael Chandler's going to wreck him. Conor McGregor and his big hooks and overhands on the bag with all of his coaches telling him how great he's doing, every once in a while, right? It's not gonna be good enough to beat someone like Michael Chandler. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Conor McGregor, he should have been putting in more work if he really wants to be a fighter and not focused on everything else except for fighting, and I think it's going to cost him. I think Michael Chandler's going to beat him real bad, and he's going to show Conor McGregor why there's levels to this game. And, if Michael Chandler wins, what do you do with Michael Chandler, Because he's older, right? And how old is he, like 37? Okay, I mean, he's got kids, he's going to make probably a pretty good amount of money in this Conor McGregor fight. I mean, Michael Chandler might honestly just retire after this if he wins. If he wins, maybe retire. If McGregor beats him, you're probably retiring, honestly. I mean, if Conor McGregor is beating you, like today's version of Conor McGregor, Michael Chandler will probably have to retire. And if McGregor loses, he's definitely going to retire. I mean, what do you do with McGregor if he loses again? He's probably done. But if McGregor wins, a trilogy with Nate Diaz is probably going to happen. I think they honestly should have done the trilogy with Nate Diaz instead, but I know it was like the Ultimate Fighter and all that, so McGregor has to fight Chandler, but I don't really think McGregor stands much of a chance. And if he does win, yeah, sure, Nate Diaz in the Sphere. Book it, right? Maybe Justin Gaethje, McGregor was calling out Justin Gaethje. I mean, Gaethje is not winning the title again. Gaethje doesn't really have much of a future when it comes to that belt, and he just took an insane amount of damage against Max Holloway. So, if McGregor wins, maybe give him Justin Gaethje. I mean, weren't they like clapping at each other on Twitter or X or whatever? I mean, do that. I don't really know, man. I just don't think that McGregor's going to win. I'm taking Michael Chandler. You know, I hope McGregor wins, honestly. That'd be awesome if McGregor won. A Nate Diaz trilogy would be sick. If he fought Gaethje, I'd pick Gaethje, but I kind of just want to see him fight Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is like, that's the fight, honestly. I mean, if there's a fighter that McGregor could actually beat right now, it's probably Nate Diaz, because Chandler, I don't think he beats him, right? Gaethje, I don't think he beats him. I don't really know who else they'd give. They can't give him like a real can, because he's going to main event a pay-per-view no matter what. You think Bobby Green can main event a pay-per-view? No, right? So they have to give him somebody good, right? So my final prediction for this fight is Chandler's going to whoop him and probably retire. If McGregor wins, that slim chance, if McGregor wins, give him Nate Diaz, give him Justin Gaethje. Dude, I don't know, the UFC will probably give him like a run at the belt or something. I mean, the UFC really loves Conor McGregor, who, I mean, he made him a lot of money, so. Yeah, my final prediction, Michael Chandler, first or second round KO. Lock it in.